Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Sub-Zero-Exabyte and I am shooting right back at you with another video today. Now of course we all know that sometimes we get annoyed in this game, right? I mean, we all have our differences and usually they are only short lasting and they never really get that much out of hand, right? Well, today is the day that I am going to try to do something a little different than usual. I mean, you can see that I am not really myself right now. I am actually not blocky at all right now. And of course not just any kind of blocks. No, I am actually in a world from Minecraft without blocks. And we are going to be building some stuff today. And I am doing all of this for one simple reason. And that is that I want to try and get to see the world of Minecraft without its blocks in it. So let's get to it right now, shall we? I mean, let me explain. I usually do not do something like this. But because of all the recent events throughout the months, I think that I just want to see what it is like to live without blocks for a day. Let's get it, guys. And by living without blocks, I mean just building a cactus home. It is going to be a pain in the rear, but I will try it for you guys. Now it may not look like something with high-tech security right now. I mean, it is a squid. But once I am done with all of the building and construction, then you will be able to see that no one thief will be able to storm into my house and steal stuff. That is just how good I am at this, and that is just something that I like to do. I like to prove people wrong, and that is just the thing that I am going to be doing around here. Now let me quote you this from a book called Walden, written by Henry David Thoreau, and he says, and I quote, "If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them." So I feel like I have always been the one that was building castles in the air. Now need it be that I did that around here in Minecraft or Roblox or just in my head, that does not really matter. The essence of this quote is the fact that he says that you need to put the foundations underneath those air castles, and that will make sure that they become a reality. So the foundations are the hard work that one were to put in when doing something like that. Now I will be the one who is going to put the foundations underneath of my castles in the air or underwater. In this case, I am going to make sure that no one can mess around with the Sub-Zero-Exabyte the Great anymore, and they will all regret ever crossing me. Now let's close this up with this fine keypad right here and choose ourselves a little nice color for the home, because I want something that matches the blue of the water, which will be looking totes amazing when we are done, and you will not get enough of it. And would you look at that, we did it, boys. This is stage 1 of my super awesome security project that is like going to be super awesome. I mean, I would not think that it would be anything less than awesome, just because, you know, I mean, come on people, take a look at me and you would see that I am just here to rule the world. I mean, I am not here to rule the world, just ignore the fact that I even said that, but I am here to rule over anyone who is trying to break the rules. I am a rule enforcer, as you would say, or you know, I could be more like a law enforcer, like the Coast Guard, because I am on the water. Oh my god, you guys, I am basically a police officer right now. That is amazing. I love and support the blue line. So shout out to any of the cops out there and stay safe. Now of course none of this would be able if I was not that much of a mastermind, and I am going to do everything that I can to be able to get this done and to make sure that no one will be able to ever mess with me again, because that is how I roll. I command and I conquer. You could see me like the new Donald J. Trump, but then less old than he is. Only I am not building a wall, because my wall is the water basically. Alright, so guys, please forgive me right now for what I am doing with this thing here, because I literally have no idea what I am doing right now. This is just some on the fly thinking right here, because I literally have no idea how to use all of this. So if you have any sort of tips and tricks for me, well, it will always be welcome, of course. But right now I do not really have enough time to go look for some tutorials, because I will really need to make sure that no one finds me in the middle of this squid. I mean, no one will find me, right? I told that him to just go away a couple of minutes ago, so I hope that he respects that instead of following me or coming back with like a group of guys or something, because I usually get intimidated pretty quick and I am like a turtle. I will need a shell so that I can hide in there, and right now I do not have a shell, so this is basically my shell right now. I will have to make sure that I can get through this, otherwise I will not have my shell for whenever more people show up, and then, well, that means that it is time to panic for me. It was like when you make a move in chess and just as you take your finger off the piece, You see the mistake you've made, and there's this panic because you don't know yet the scale of disaster you've left yourself open to. This literally describes what I am doing right now. That was a quote, by the way, from an author called Kazuo Ishiguro. I probably butchered the pronunciation on that name, but that does not matter right now. What matters is that this is a chess game and I am running out of plays to make. And I really do not want this one to end in a loss or a stalemate, because I will not be able to handle any one of those. So I am going to be building a home today. And this is my very first time doing this while I am recording myself. So bear with me please. I mean, look at this right here. This is just art. All of these things right here, well, this is all just pure art right now. So I am pretty sure that I have already won your hearts right now. But let's just continue before you finish your meal before I finish mine, and we cannot have that. I have decided to go out and make my house the same way. I am just going to be building a house that is not like any other house, just so that I can make sure that I do not end up getting my butt kicked by this little no-namer right here. I really have got no clue about who he is, but I hope that I just don't get trialed today. Now I really like this build-off challenges. Actually, this is like the best idea that I have ever come up with right now. But first things first, I am already proud of the fact that I was able to get the idea from myself, which I had applied to basically everything right now. So that was a pretty awesome thing, to be honest. But I was able to apply that same idea that Sub-Zero used on the chess problem, and I am going to be putting it to work with the housing problem that I have got right now. But I am just hoping that once I am done with all of this right here, that I can just live here in peace again. But something is telling me that this will not work out the way that I wanted it to. It is just something that I feel coming up. I mean, that does not mean that this is a bad thing. I mean, I would rather have things go wrong while I am in the beginning stages of building this, because otherwise I would have to start all over again when I am almost done, because that would be a bummer, because I might want to start living here actually. Now this would not be a video about me, the actual hero Brian, if I was not fooling with people and messing with people. So I think that that actually is something that I might want to start doing with my new house right now. But I am just thinking of something that I can do on the spot right now so that I can actually get back to this dude before I get my butt handed to me again. I will be needing a decisive victory right here so that I can finally get some rest, because, well, you might have noticed because of the way that I am acting right now, but I have not slept since the day that my house got blown up. I mean, the time that Harambean was sleeping in my bed. Well, that does not make it any easier to close your eyes. And I mean, I still shut my eyes, but all I can see is what my house used to be before it got blown up by that guy. But that is in the past. Now, of course, I have got a whole assorted thing about all the times that I encountered something that wanted to kill me really bad, so that is not my main concern here right now. I just want to focus on what is to come, and usually that has a lot to do with other people. I mean, I can get blown up by stuff, but it usually is not totally my fault. Note the totally in that sentence, because sometimes it actually isn't. I am just being stupid. But with all of that aside, I think that it might actually be time to start actually doing something more than decorating this place. Are you all with me on this one? Now, I really do not like to think about that. I mean, I could go on dwelling about whatever has happened, but I would rather focus on what is coming up. So basically, what is coming up right now for me, well, that is this guy that just jumped into his new home a couple of minutes ago. Or actually not a couple of minutes ago, but rather in the future. I really should not be telling you all this much about this project, but that is okay. I mean, I cannot just go ahead and treat all of this like I know what I am doing, because I really do not know what I am doing at all. I mean, I am just winging all of this right now because I feel like I otherwise regress, and that is not something that I want to do. I really want to put in the ever-forward mindset, because I feel like moving forward and progressing is the best thing that you can do whenever you feel like you are stagnating and feeling complacent. So I really just want to move on right here and get moving so that I can actually finish this and not end up being a complete disappointment right now right here. So let's just hope for the best now. Okay, well, of course I will have to get out of this right. So you know this thing will not work, because I cannot just leave my house unlocked like that, otherwise those darn strangers will definitely be showing up again. So I will need to find something new that will work instead of this. So I guess that this will work, right? I mean, there is no way that anyone would be suspicious of just some watery water around this place. I mean, it might look like a dump, but that is the point, right? Who would go looking for me at a dump? So I guess that will work out. Wait, what in the world is that? Is that a freaking camera? What is that guy doing? Oh my god, alright, I have already been spotted while my house is not even finished yet. Well, I guess it is time to move again. So shall we just move on then? So as you can see, the night is already falling and we are nowhere near close right now. I mean, this is just not something that I do on a day-to-day basis, so I might be a little bit slow right now. So just forgive me for that please, and stick with me until the bitter end please you guys. Without anyone near that would be able to see me or anything, because this is pretty much one of my weakest moments. And I would rather not have it that anyone would be able to see that, because I feel like I am not some weak dude hanging out at Minecraft. But of course right now you guys will know that I actually am, which feels pretty bad, but like I said, or as I will say now, I do not have any secrets for you guys. So I think that this thing will pretty much protect me from anyone who is in here. Because come on, if I can make this underground bunker with a mechanical entrance, well, come on people who will be able to find that. There is just no way that anyone will find out that I am here. And otherwise, well, I actually have no idea what I will do then, because this is basically my last resort right now. I am literally on my last straw, since I was looking like a fool trying to do all of this stuff with redstone. Because well, I am basically a gigantic redstone noob, and redstone does not work well with water. Alright, so guys, please forgive me right now for what I am doing with this house, because I literally have no idea what I am doing right now. This is just some on the fly thinking right here, because I literally have no idea how to use most of this. So if you have any sort of tips and tricks for me, well, it will always be welcome, of course. But right now I do not really have enough time to go look for some tutorials, because I do not want to end up as another reject. This is going to be hard, but it is just something that I will have to cope with until everything right here has all been sorted out. And I can tell you that when the day comes, I am going to be celebrating so hard that it actually is pretty insane to myself. I mean, I am going to be excited like crazy once I am all done with this thing. Like usual, because I am not someone who likes working that much in the hot sun right now, because I just want to lounge and be tanning or something like that. But that might be me. I enjoy being outside though, and so should you, to be honest. Now we cannot just hide the house. We have to make this some kind of way where it is just going to be camouflaged really well within the environment. So we will have to make it blend in well. And what better way to do this than to just build the house inside of a lake, right? That is like the best idea that I have ever come up with right now. But first things first, I am already proud of the fact that I was able to get the idea from myself, which I had applied to the chest/stealing problem. So that was a pretty awesome thing, to be honest. But I was able to apply that same idea that I used on the chest problem, and I am going to be putting it to work with the housing problem that I have got right now. But I am just hoping that once I am done with all of this right here, that I can just live here in peace again. But something is telling me that this will not work out the way that I wanted it to. It is just something that I feel coming up. I mean, that does not mean that this is a bad thing, and I will need some sleep because I keep getting tired. Well, you are asking why I am sleepy. Well, because the last time that I did not have an interrupted sleep is like months ago. I mean, since these guys found out that they could just storm into my realm, they just literally started taking full advantage of it, and I hate it. I mean, how annoying is it when you get woken up every day at like 3 o'clock in the morning just because some noob is bashing at your door? I can honestly tell you that this is not a very fun and exciting thing to be doing. But I guess that I will just have to go through with this right now, because otherwise I will definitely never have another good night of sleep. I mean, come on. It just feels like every day is getting worse right now. I mean, I already do not get enough sleep, and you should be getting enough sleep in order for your brains to be working properly. And right now I am thinking of a way to get all of this over with, and I am on just a couple of hours of sleep, and that is just not something that will work for me right now. But let's just hope that the lake thing that I just built is actually going to be a success, because otherwise I will actually have to turn to my last resort, which would be the underwater base. And I really do not want to turn to my last resort so quickly, because I just feel like there is too much counting on that. So let me just get everything straight right here. And if that is all okay, then I think that we are all done for today and we can actually go on and start doing some actual decorating and stuff. But I will not be bothering you guys all too much with that stuff because I know that going to IKEA and stuff can be rather boring to show on video. But I guess that this is where I am going to end the video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video again, and I am hoping that you will all be good and do not come look for my lake house, because I really do not want to go to SeaWorld to build a house there because that is going to be expensive. But I will see you guys in the next video. See you later, you guys.